So outside the town, they sat down and they discussed the plan, how they will go separately one after another with a few days break here and there. So they decided to take different names. Yudhishthira called himself Kanka, Bhima called himself Bhalava, Arjuna became Brihannala, Nakula became Dhamagranthi, Sahadeva became Tantripala, and Draupadi became Sairandri. With this, they all moved into the court step by step. First Yudhishthira went, approached King Virata and offered his services to him. By now, one thing had happened to him. Yudhishthira's biggest dream is to play dice well one day. This is like bad golfers going on dreaming, one day they want to hit the ball straight. So he wants to play dice well, and when he was in the forest, he met a sage by the name Brihannala, who taught him a way and gave him a secret mantra with which he could get what he want on the dice. And now armed with this, he could win anybody. Probably, I hope not, but when I look at the man, probably someday he has a dream of winning against Shakuni. But now he went to Virata's kingdom because dice game was such a… it was a passion in those days. There is really not much other entertainment except fighting. So the only other game is sit down and play dice. So King Virata saw the skill with which Yudhishthira could play dice, and this was the best disguise because the word has spread everywhere how horrible a dice player Yudhishthira is. So Yudhishthira settled into the royal court. Virata so appreciated his intelligence and wisdom that he became like an advisor to the king. The king valued him very much and he found a position next to the king. Bhima found his way into the king's kitchen and he was a great cook, so he became popular with the foodies in the palace. Arjuna came and showed his skill as a dancer and a singer, which he picked up in Amaravati. With Chitrasena as the teacher, he was a magical dancer and an exquisite singer. Because of this, he found way into the harem where Virata's daughter, Uttari, took him as the dance teacher. So he found a comfortable place and the only problem was he was among hundreds of women because after the usual checkup, they found that he's really a eunuch, so they had no problem and they housed him in the harem. So he was among hundreds of women, he has the body of a eunuch but a mind of a man. So it took some time for him to settle down with the woman. So he settled down in the women's quarter. Nakula found his way into the king's stables. Sahadeva found his way into the king's herds, where herds were managed. Nakula could… it is said Nakula was magical with the horses, that he could speak to them and they spoke back to him and they had such a rapport. Suddenly, the king's stables rose to a different level altogether and it was immediately noticed by the king, the way the horses were bred and the way they were taken care of and the way they performed, everything changed because of his relationship, because he's an Ashwin, he's the son of a Ashwin. And Sahadeva did miraculous things with the cows and the herds grew and he went and collected thousands of heads of wild cattle and domesticated them, and Virata's wealth grew in the form of cattle, and so all the five found their places.